afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Brady Mallory is with us once again while Mark continues his vacation. We were just looking it up. He's in Roatan today.
And he's taunting us with all of his beautiful photos and the beautiful weather down there. Yeah.
It looks like he's having a fabulous time. Thank you for your help.
Oh, good to be here.
We have a busy show today. Topping our headlines on this Tuesday, a deadly crash shut down a busy road on Madison's east side for hours today. Now the State Patrol is investigating.
Plus, today's date, 1 year ago, may stand out in your mind. We're reflecting on 1 year of vaccines in Wisconsin, and the work still left to be done.
Plus, a wonderful surprise for a local organization near and dear to our hearts. We'll show you what the kids at Geo's Garden can look forward to. But first, let's take a look outside today. It was mild, a few peaks of the sun, but boy, big changes on the way.
Those weather words, don't be fooled. What a teaser there.
Let's head out to the weather patio.
That's right. I believe "don't be fooled" are the perfect words to describe our forecast for us, Brady, because we do have an alert day in the forecast. Yes, tomorrow we are looking for a record-setting high temperature of into the 60s, but really, we are also going to be seeing some weather that could be bringing in some strong storms into our Wednesday night. As of right now, we have the alert day in effect from late Wednesday into Wednesday nights for high winds that could reach and exceed 50 miles per hour. Also, we are looking at potentially seeing some thunderstorms that could be strong in certain areas with those high winds. And we have a high wind watch in effect for pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. This is for our entire viewing area, and even to the more west, we have a high wind warning in effect as we go in throughout the rest of our afternoon and now carry into our Thursday morning. And current conditions right now, we are still dealing with that overcast, 45 degrees, but it's still mild and still above the seasonable level for us as we're getting things rolling. Temperatures in southern Wisconsin still mild, as I was mentioning, middle to lower 40s as of right now. It's feeling pretty good, and winds aren't too crazy as of right now either, as we're still holding on to single digits and lower teens as we're getting the rest of our evening rolling for us. And the rest of the evening is going to hold steady with those lower and middle 40s and plenty of cloud cover as well. As we get into our traffic, however, we can see not too bad along the belt line as we're getting things rolling, and checking out the interstate as of right now as well, still all green. But we'll have much more details on the alert day and what to expect and timing it out for you in a few moments. Until then, let's toss it back into the studio.
Thank you, Julian. 3 people are dead after a crash on Cottage Grove Road at Highway 51 this morning.
Police got the call around 9:20 this morning. 2 people died at the scene and 2 others were taken to the hospital. One of those 2 died upon arrival. Madison police say the 4th person has a fracture but is expected to survive.
You have multiple families impacted. 3 people lost their lives today, and that's hard. You know, it's hard for us to see this, and it's hard for us to, you know, just deal with what they are going through, and we just want to offer them any support that we can. Right?
The Wisconsin State Patrol is investigating the crash. Cottage Grove Road was closed until late this afternoon. Well, do you remember what you did 1 year ago today?
No, but a respiratory therapist at UW Hospital certainly does, as Charlotte DeLeste tells us. She tells us why. Charlotte?
Well, Brady and Susan, it's truly a day that Tina Schubert will never forget. She was the first person in all of Wisconsin to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Tina saw for herself what the virus was doing to people, the damage, the pain, and the struggle. It scared her, but she decided to do more than just her job. She literally rolled up her sleeve to receive the vaccine as a sign to everyone there is hope and there is help.
I'm trying to set that example, and I'm trying to help my patients, and they're looking to me for answers. And one of the answers for me is I received the vaccine. I'm doing everything I need to do to get through this pandemic. Let me help you in any way possible.
Tina also made it a point to say that she trusts the scientists, the doctors, and the research, and she now feels that she is an even better therapist now. Now, for those who still haven't received the vaccine, Tina would like you to look at her. She got that first shot a year ago today, and she's still here. She's doing very well, and she'd like to see you get protected for you and your family's sake. Just get the shot.
Remember that story very well. I can't believe it's been a year already. Good for her. Charlotte, thank you. Across Wisconsin, more than 8 million doses have gone into arms. The vaccines have changed a lot about our daily lives, but some worry about what has not changed. In the past year, our lives have been defined by two things: the pandemic and our defense against it. But people who are vaccinated say they're worried that the unvaccinated are keeping us from moving on.
When the CDC says this vaccine or that vaccine is good, I take their word for it. And being an international business, people outside the states have a high respect for the CDC. So, you know, I'm a little puzzled why people can't get vaccination.
Vaccine appointments are still available, and we've put information on how to sign up for one in an easy-to-navigate spot. Just head to our website, channel3000.com. A local volunteer isn't certain what to expect when she gets to Kentucky today, but she expects the aftermath of the tornadoes to be the worst disaster that she has ever responded to.
Judy Giacomino with the Red Cross flew out of Dane County Regional this morning bound for Mayfield, Kentucky. At least 88 people are dead in 5 states, and a vast majority of them are in Kentucky, where Judy's going. The tornadoes also cut a path of devastation that stretched from Arkansas, where a nursing home was destroyed, and in Illinois, an Amazon distribution center was heavily damaged.
I have been to many tornadoes and many casualties, but not this scope of area in number of casualties. I think I was in Tennessee a couple years ago, and there were 20 casualties there, and we thought that was a lot. So I'm expecting this will be a rough deployment for us all.
She's been to Florida, Louisiana, North and South Carolina, and Texas primarily for hurricane deployments, but she's also been to the derecho in Iowa and to the West Coast for the big fires. Judy, Channel 3 thanks you, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yes, we do. Safe travels. Well, Christmas came early today for the staff and kids at Gio's Garden in Middleton, the therapeutic respite care center founded by our own Charlotte DeLeste. U.S. Cellular donated $4,000 worth of playset equipment. Gio's Garden is a therapeutic respite center for families with children with special needs. Kids from birth to 6 play and work on developmental goals at Gio's free of charge, while their parents get a much-needed break. U.S. Cellular delivered the playset equipment today in a holiday-themed truck. It includes a color pillar sensory playmat, feel and roll bumpy balls, and a foam activity playset.
We're super excited to be able to get this new stuff today, and really looking forward to the spring when we can install the new play structure. Kids are going to love it, and it's going to be great.
The donation came somewhat out of the blue. An unnamed person nominated Gio's Garden to U.S. Cellular, and they ended up winning the holiday gift.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, one person is in the hospital today after crashing a vehicle into a Sun Prairie SSM Health clinic. The crash happened a little after 9 this morning at the clinic on Tower Drive. The clinic was briefly evacuated due to reports of a gas leak, but those were unfounded. One person was working inside the building directly behind the spot the car hit, but the building's brick wall stopped the car from entering and hitting the person. Sun Prairie Fire Department investigators determined the building was structurally safe and was reopened for patients and employees.
The Baraboo Fire Department is investigating a fire early this morning at the Oshner Park Zoo. Crews arrived at the zoo shortly after 4 a.m. and found fire and smoke coming from the donkey and llama enclosure. Firefighters were able to put the fire out quickly and prevent any animals from getting hurt, but the structure was a complete loss. The zoo posted on Facebook that it was expected to be reopening tomorrow.
Governor Tony Evers wants to lure more people to the state in order to end its worker shortage. During an event on the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire campus today, Evers announced 12 regional projects. They will receive nearly $60 million in grants through the Workforce Innovation Grant Program. The governor says he announced in July that they were putting $130 million of federal funding to find solutions to help the state's workforce needs. He says the grant will improve, innovate, and support Wisconsin's workforce. The grant program is paid for by $100 million available through the Federal American Rescue Plan Act. A second round of grants will be awarded in 2022.
The Rock County Medical Examiner identified the victim who was killed in a Beloit shooting last Thursday. 17-year-old Byron Broomfield Jr. of Rockford, Illinois, was one of 6 people who were shot during a dispute in the 1900 block of South Porter Avenue. Rock County officials said all of those involved in the incident were from the greater Beloit area, ranging in age from 17 to 23. One person was taken into custody last week on unrelated charges. Officials said charges related to the shooting may come after an investigation. This evening, the House could vote to hold another Trump ally, former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, in contempt of Congress.
Meadows failed to appear before the House Select January 6th committee last week, despite a subpoena. Natalie Brand has the latest from Capitol Hill.
For the second time this year, the House will vote on whether to refer criminal contempt charges to the Justice Department in connection to the January 6th investigation, this time against former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, who also once served in Congress.
House Democrats are continuing their witch hunt into President Trump and their political opponents.
He has a legal obligation to show up and to answer the questions of this committee.
The 9-member January 6th committee investigating the assault on the Capitol unanimously recommended the charge Monday night after Meadows defied a subpoena to testify. Meadows had previously turned over roughly 9,000 pages of emails and texts from the days surrounding the attack. Donald Trump Jr. texted Meadows, "He's got to condemn this ASAP. The Capitol Police tweet is not enough." Fox News host Sean Hannity urged Meadows to tell President Trump to make a statement and ask people to leave the Capitol. Meadows has defended himself multiple times on the same network, citing executive privilege.
The executive privilege that Donald Trump has claimed is his to waive. And that's why we filed the lawsuit, to hopefully get the courts to weigh in.
Meanwhile, the Attorney General for the District of Columbia announced he's suing 2 far-right groups, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, for their role in the January 6th attack.
Holding wrongdoers accountable is an American value.
It's the first civil lawsuit against individuals connected to January 6th, accusing them of causing harm to the district, democracy, and police. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Well, locally, Dick Wagner, Dane County's first openly gay county board member and a leader in the LGBTQ community, has died. He served on the board from 1980 to 1994. Wagner served on multiple committees throughout his time in office, including the Urban Design Commission. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway called him a true public servant and a Madison icon. Wagner was also a historian, writing 2 books on the history of LGBTQ people in Wisconsin. Wagner was 78 years old.
That's very sad news. Well, the holidays, as everyone knows, can be a very stressful time with all of the cooking, cleaning, buying presents. It can add up to be a lot.
I'm stressed just thinking about it.
I am too.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, our wellness expert, Shyla Mergain, tells us about how to cope this season.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
If your bathroom is dull and outdated, then it's time for a change. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for high-quality baths, showers, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Infused with Microban to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew. Call Mad City Baths now for our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. Look at the bonus, 75% off select upgrades. And if you call right now, we have a nice gift for you. A $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out at MadCityBaths.com. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
With a Ford F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Well, you usually try to sneak a peek, most people do, at what's under the Christmas tree.
But you never think about what might be lurking in the branches. Well, that is unless you're this family in South Africa. Rob and Marcella Wild found one of Africa's most venomous snakes hiding between the tinsel. No, thank you. It was a female boomslang between 4 and 5 feet long.
Yikes.
Now, boomslang's venom can cause hemorrhages and can be fatal to humans in small amounts. But you know what? They are relatively shy animals that rarely bite. A snake expert recovered the animal. He says it probably entered the house looking for food, water, and shelter. The snake was safely released back into the wild.
I just have my cat get stuck in the tree.
See, perfect. I'll take that too.
Well, one of the Las Vegas Strip's most iconic casinos is about to have a new owner. MGM announced it has sold the Mirage to Hard Rock International for close to $1.1 billion. The property, known for its exploding volcano, ushered in the modern era of mega casinos when it opened in 1989. The deal allows Hard Rock to use the Mirage branding royalty-free for 3 years, starting when it finalizes sometime in the second half of next year. Wall Street ended lower today after producer prices increased more than expected. The Dow lost almost 107 points, the S&P lost 34, and the NASDAQ closed down 175. Well, Americans are reporting significant stress levels as we enter the holiday season with its own set of challenges during the pandemic.
And finding ways to cope and make the holiday season memorable, they'll both be important.
UW Health distinguished psychologist Dr. Shyla Murgain joins us with some timely advice. Hi, Shyla, good to see you.
Happy holidays, Susan and Brady.
To you as well. Boy, it does seem like it's a lot right now. The pandemic and quarantining and staying healthy and buying presents. What is your #1 piece of advice for navigating this time of the year?
To really be proactive and plan. You think about this time of year, there are holiday lights. And I think of holiday lights as a symbol that whatever darkness we find, there's always a light of hope. And we certainly need a lot of hope in the midst of the pandemic and cases rising. And so, first of all, just play by your own rules. Do whatever you want to make this holiday season fun and memorable. And don't feel obligated to continue holiday traditions that leave you feeling broke, overwhelmed, tired.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's easy to feel like I need to see this person, I need to go to this party, I need to do this. But how should you be mindful about just who you are spending your time with?
To be really intentional about who you want to stay connected with. And then when you're there, and I love that you use the word mindfulness, Brady, to really be present. Turn off those phones, don't multitask, and really be there. The biggest gift we have to give is our own care and kindness and compassion and presence. And a wonderful way to do that is just whoever you're getting together with, just do some gratitude, some appreciation. If it's one-on-one, share one thing you're thankful for with that person, or if it's one of those family dinners that sometimes can get a little tense, you might have each person just share one thing that they appreciate, that they're grateful for about each other. And that really creates some traditions and memories that you're going to remember and really fill you up this time of year.
That's great advice. Keeping things simple sometimes, I think, really goes a long way. Like, we're not even exchanging gifts in my family this year. We're just going to take that kind of advice and just be together and enjoy being with each other. And you can do things like that are comforting, and you can even sort of create your own traditions, right?
Absolutely. I think this is the holiday season this year to really make beautiful things, not perfect things, but things that really speak to who you are and what you're called to be. So it could be free, just your time and energy, or maybe you bake something and leave it for an elderly neighbor, or you share your passions or provide lessons. You know, to remember the true meaning of this season, that it's really about generosity, gift giving, being there for one another. And one of the best things we can do is to get outside of ourselves and do something for somebody else. And if you know you're going to be home and alone, we can be very vulnerable to feeling lonely and isolated. So plan some virtual connections, or do something fun that you would enjoy, so you fill up that space versus just having this void.
Now we're all pros at that. How did we live before Zoom? You know what I mean?
I know, it's so handy to have.
Yeah.
Well, and then the safety aspect with 2020 being how it is, really quick, what's your advice there?
To get vaccinated if you haven't, get the booster, and if you're going to be with people who are unvaccinated, think about gathering outdoors and wearing a mask. We're seeing a spike in cases, over 9,000 cases in Wisconsin, and last year, this time, there were the highest level of cases. So it's quite vulnerable. So just keep yourself safe, keep your loved ones safe, have a discussion ahead of time of what you're going to do to really mitigate the risks, so you can really enjoy that time together with your loved ones.
And I said 2020, I meant 2021.
Right, it's all blurring together. Right. Shyla, great to see you. Happy holidays to you, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you. See you in the new year.
Yeah, see you next year. That's the first time you said that so far. Shyla, thank you. The pandemic has had effects on all of us, but especially on children, and not all of them have been good.
Coming up next on Live at 4, we look at a city kids and a program trying to bring kids from the city into the wonders of the woods.
The most used room in your home is probably your bathroom. So when it comes to updating that space, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day.
Now the bathroom looks much more kind of bright and clean and updated.
Call now during our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. And a bonus, 75% off select upgrades. And if you call right now, you're going to receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale at Mad City Baths. Check us out online, madcitybaths.com. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
I was thinking maybe
your mom's car.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Well, take a look at this. A man gets an emotional gift from his daughter. Oh, now this is going to get me. This is going to get me. That you're watching Gary break down in tears while he hugs this stuffed animal after hearing his wife's voice for the first time since she died a few months ago. His daughter, Araceli, is recording the moment that she gives him the special Build-A-Bear gift. She found the recording on her voicemail and figured out a way to put it in the bear, even in one of her mom's old dresses.
Wow. You know, it goes back to what you were saying about spending time with your loved ones, experiences over gifts.
Right.
That's why that's so important, but I hope it brings that family some comfort.
Oh,
absolutely.
That breaks my heart. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, Julian is here now with an update on the weather, and we're going to have to nail down the snowman. And you already said Dana already lost an elf?
Dana lost an elf. It's somewhere in her neighborhood, so if you see it, give her a call.
Strong winds are coming.
That's right. Strong winds are coming. Definitely need to tie things down, and we'll talk more about it and give you the details in the rundown coming up in just a few moments with your first warm forecast.
We were so thankful to get rid of it, and we really didn't need it, and we didn't use it. And now to have this amazing new shower that's walk-in is fantastic.
Impress your family and friends with a new bath or shower from Mad City Baths. Replace that old tub with a gorgeous walk-in shower in as little as 1 day with premium wall patterns like sandalwood, white slate, and more. Call Mad City Baths now during our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. Look at the bonus. 75% off select upgrades. And you call right now and receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out at madcitybaths.com. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again, 608-729-4466.
Hey guys.
Hey, Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, U.S. Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life hearing centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-day challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-day challenge.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
All right, folks, we're going to dive right into what we're going to be looking at in the next 24 hours. We're having an approaching cold front, which is going to be shaking some things up for us. Again, do not be fooled by these mild temperatures and even the record-setting temperatures that we're going to be seeing for Wednesday, because we're going to be shaking things up as we get into our Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday nights, because the alert day is in the forecast for us from late Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday night because of high winds that are going to be exceeding 55 miles per hour. We're looking at potentially possible isolated late evening severe storms as a possibility as well, but also some strong thunderstorms. As we already have for our wind bulletins, just west of Lone Rock, we have a high wind warning in effect until 6 a.m. Thursday morning, and then a high wind watch is in effect for the rest of our viewing area until the same time, 6 a.m. for Thursday morning. So definitely, if you have anything that's outside that's loose, any items or Christmas decorations, make sure that you bring them inside or even nail them down, because they will be blown away by this time going into tomorrow evening and for tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow night, excuse me. For our thunderstorm outlook, however, we are looking for that marginal risk into the far northwestern side of the states, but we are going to be looking at thunderstorms, even some thunder rumbles as we're sleeping in the overnight hours, transitioning into that Thursday morning. But as we take a look for the winds, what we're going to be timing out, already going to see gusts into those upper 30s and lower 40s as we approach Wednesday noon. And then for the evening commutes, still looking at gusty conditions and around those 30 miles per hour. Then as we get into the nighttime, that's where we're going to see the real strength of those winds really start to amp up. As we're around 9 o'clock, close to dinner time, a little later after dinner time, so you're getting ready for bed, we're going to be seeing those winds around 50 miles per hour. So you'll be hearing that howling throughout the course of the night. As we transition into our overnight hours, early Thursday morning, they'll start to die down, but still, as we can see, going into our Thursday afternoon, still looking at breezy conditions for us. Now, in terms of seeing precipitation for this evening, we're looking at some spots of pockets of rain showers that will carry into the overnight hours. So as you're waking up for Wednesday morning, could be seeing some showers rolling around for us. Then as we get into noon hour, we're still looking at a bunch of scattered showers that are rolling in. With those warmer temperatures sticking around, yes, but we are going to be looking at that line of narrow storms starting to sweep in across from the west and will carry into the nightly hours. We're going to be seeing that stick around and clearing out by the time we get into the midnight hour and later on. So that's what we're going to be seeing in terms of timing with the storms. Now, once again, make sure that you have things nailed down and brought inside, because they will be blown away in the next 24 hours as those winds will really start to make impact for us. And as we take a look at tomorrow again, throughout the course of the day, it's going to be windy and it's going to be gusty, with the 64 degrees being our temperatures for us. So again, that is why we have the alert day. But once Wednesday is over with, it will be windy on Thursday, but look at that drop in temperatures. We're going to be seeing 30s and even 20s, back to more seasonable December type of weather for us, but it's also going to be dry. As of right now, we're not looking at a whole lot of chances of seeing snowfall for us, but a couple of flurries could be in the forecast. And you can see Santa just over there in the far little corner. We might have a little bit of a slight chance to see a little bit of flurries, but for the most part, not withstanding to see some snow showers. But hey, I think flurries is good enough to count as a white Christmas.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I
Whatever
hope so.
works. Whatever works, yeah. Exactly, as long as it's white.
Wow, it's 64 degrees tomorrow. That is crazy.
I know, with those winds too. In December?
Yeah. Who would have thought?
I know, right?
But you don't think there's many chances for severe weather? You're not expecting that?
Well, as of right now, I would just say be cautious of it.
Okay.
But we could be seeing some strong storms, especially since it's going to be a late event. So just be wary of that. That's probably my best advice that I can give from a professional opinion.
Good advice. Very good advice. All right, Julian, thank you.
Well, turning now to a remarkable effort to help young people find a sense of normalcy after they've spent months indoors during the pandemic lockdowns.
Doctors are learning that being outdoors can improve kids' physical and mental health.
Jan Crawford looks at how nature can be a form of therapy, giving kids the power to believe in themselves.
Danae Sullivan didn't always think the great outdoors were so great.
I didn't really like going outside because I didn't like bugs.
Bugs?
So, like, I really was terrified of things flying on me. So my best choice was to stay in the house.
Adios, amigos.
Kyla Jackson says she used to like the great indoors.
I was a homebody, to be honest. I wasn't really adventurous as much as I am now, because I explore everything now.
For the past 6 years, Danae and Kyla have participated in City Kids, a nonprofit program that works to empower children and teens by connecting them with nature.
For me, it reveals stress. Like, me being outside, just try not to worry about things.
In nature, you can just go away for yourself. If you're around other people, you can step away and go relax.
Danae and Kyla say they get what the experts are talking about.
Fantastic.
Kids need nature, especially after a year of pandemic lockdowns.
Kids were locked in their rooms. They were on their screens.
Yeah.
What impact have you seen that has had?
Talking, anxiety, depression. They aren't as social anymore. They're losing social skills and communication skills because they are locked up inside.
Paige McLaughlin is program manager for City Kids.
DC shut down parks, playgrounds. The message to kids was, don't go outside.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because the outdoors is so healing.
The healing powers of nature are well documented. Blood pressure, diabetes, attention deficit disorder, all improve with some time outside.
Just to walk through trees in an urban park and the symptoms of attention deficit go down with kids as young as 5 years old.
Author Richard Louv coined the phrase nature deficit disorder to capture what's happening in our online generation.
As a species, we are hardwired to have an affiliation with the rest of nature. We need the rest of nature. When we don't get enough of it, we don't do so well.
But most kids aren't getting it. A recent study showed kids spend only 4 to 7 minutes a day of unstructured play outside versus an average of 7.5 hours on electronic media. A study in the UK paints an even bleaker picture. Kids spend about the same amount of time outdoors as inmates in prisons. The lockdowns made it worse. City Kids also had to cancel their programs, including their annual trip to Wyoming, which aims to teach kids things like perseverance and resilience.
Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna do this page.
We do things that are difficult. So we go kayaking, we go whitewater rafting, we go camping, we go backpacking. And we do things that are hard. And
a little scary.
A little scary, absolutely scary. But attainable.
City Kids told me never is not in your vocabulary because you could always do something. As long as you push yourself, you could do it.
The lockdowns hit these high school seniors hard.
It was really sad for me because I even cried at my home because it was, I cried because City Kids, it brings a lot of stress off.
And now, as they get ready to head off to college, they see the struggle of stepping back out into the world.
Going back into the real world and going back to your normal routine, that's been really hard.
We're used to being virtual. We're used to just seeing people on the screen.
Being at home,
being by yourself, not really doing anything. So it became very difficult.
But they know the answer is right outside.
It's almost like an automatic switch. And you see the happiness return, you see the ready to try anything. It's really important what we're doing now because we see the healing that's happening with our children when we are able to do outdoor activities.
So it's like they come outside and it's like a switch.
Exactly. It literally is a switch.
Jan Crawford, Sandy Spring, Maryland.
You know, the pandemic made me I go on a lot of walks now just to get outside. It is a therapy, like they said.
It's the best medicine.
Yeah.
It really is. Nature is healing, and it'll get you through anything.
I agree.
That's a great program. Well, here's what's coming up next on Live at 4. Christmas is only 11 days away. Consumer Reports tells us some of the thoughtful gifts you can buy online.
And then at 5, we have more details on the year that has passed since the first person in Wisconsin was vaccinated.
Mad City Baths offers a double lifetime labor warranty on all of our bath and shower designs, including walk-in and barrier-free showers, even walk-in tubs. Plus, surfaces remain clean and fresh longer with microban protection. Pick up the phone and call now here in Mad City Baths and take advantage of our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. The bonus, 75% off select upgrades. Last chance to call in now to get the $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Remember, it's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out online. A lot of folks doing that. Don't you miss out. It's MadCityBaths.com. Call now for the free gift with your in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I'm not getting through the pandemic just to end up with the flu.
I asked for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent. It's the #1 used flu vaccine for people 65 and older.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent is the only vaccine approved by the FDA for superior flu protection in adults 65+.
I'm not letting my guard down.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent isn't for people who've had a severe allergic reaction to any flu vaccine or vaccine component, including eggs or egg products. Tell your healthcare professional if you've ever experienced severe muscle weakness after receiving a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems, including those receiving therapies that suppress the immune system, may experience lower immune responses. Vaccination may not protect everyone. Side effects include pain, redness and/or swelling where you got the shot, muscle ache, headache, and general discomfort. Other side effects may occur.
All flu shots are not the same. I raised my game with Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Tonight at 5, what a difference a year makes. We'll hear from the first UW Health employee to get the vaccine 1 year ago today. That's coming up at 5.
Strong southerly winds will smash record high temperatures tomorrow, but those winds may cause some wind damage as they gust to over 60 miles per hour tomorrow night. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, we look at the arrest record of the UW-Madison sexual assault suspect. You'll be surprised at what he's wrapped up since 2020. That's tonight at 6.
Well, supply chain woes mean deliveries from the post office, shipping companies, and maybe even Santa might be delayed this year.
He has a lot to juggle. Well, if you are concerned about your presents arriving in time or you just can't find what you're looking for, Consumer Reports has some gift suggestions that are out of the box and guaranteed to be in stock. Josh Sprider shows us more.
For Christmas this year, instead of toys or video games, mom Sarah Peterson asked relatives to give her 3 sons something a little different.
I like to encourage giving them something like a class. So they've helped pay for swim classes. My oldest, Isaiah, he wanted to do a play this year. So we just offered that as, why don't we do this as one of your holiday presents this year?
And many families may be looking for unconventional gift giving this holiday season.
If you're worried about getting your gift in time or being able to even find a gift, you could consider gift cards, you could consider online subscriptions. It's not as impersonal as you may think it might be.
Like signing up your busy cousin for a meal kit service. Consumer Reports looked at kits from 5 companies and found many contain high-quality ingredients with easy-to-follow recipes and tasty results. Or maybe your aunt needs a little more zen in her life. Consider giving her a subscription to a meditation app like Calm, Ziz, Headspace, or if she'd prefer something more hands-on, a gift card to Spa Finder will let her book a massage at a local spa. And for your nephew who loves staying fit, a subscription to ClassPass will give him access to gym classes at a local fitness studio and online. And there's nothing like giving the gift of knowledge. A subscription to Masterclass, Wondrium, or Skillshare lets your loved ones take online classes taught by experts in everything from art to zoology. If your uncle used the past year or two to reconnect with nature, give him a National Parks Pass for only $80. He'll get access to over 100 national parks, monuments, and battlefields for a whole year. Splurge and add a pass for Canadian parks for as little as $59.
If you're still struggling, you could consider donating in somebody's name. It'll spread the holiday cheer even further.
With this Consumer Reports, I'm Josh Breiter for News 3 Now.
Those are all great ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sisters would love the donation in their names. That's kind of where we're at.
Very good idea.
Stuff.
Yeah, and all reasonably priced too. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, Dr. Bill Hartman from UW Health will join us to talk about the pediatric Moderna trial that he is conducting.
Well, we'll talk to Dr. Hartman about that trial as well as the COVID news of the day.
Might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. Entrust your heart to Entresto.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get $100 on every new line. Call or go online.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Save up to $42.62 on select models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
Taking a quick look at our traffic as of right now, east and westbound on the Beltline are at very slow positions as of right now, as there are closures onto the ramp. So definitely try to take a different route if you can for this evening, as it is slowed down. However, for the interstate, we are still all green so far. We're going to go ahead and send it back to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. A Spanish adventurer led a kayaking expedition through the Icelandic wilderness, tackling unforgiving whitewater rapids and waterfalls. Wow, look at that. He was joined by 3 other expert kayakers who all needed their skills to navigate some of Iceland's untouched waters. The quartet spent 3 weeks in the Nordic island shooting a documentary.
Oh, how would you like to go on that trip?
I would love it. I don't know if I
really?
could do that, but I would love to go to Iceland. That's on my list.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh, gosh. Oh, there he goes.
Well, it was 1 year ago today that a critical care nurse in Queens became the first person in the country to receive a COVID-19 vaccine outside of a clinical trial. 200 million Americans are now fully vaccinated, but more than a third remain unvaccinated as cases and hospitalizations continue to rise. And the UK is reporting its first known death from the Omicron variant. So there is a lot to talk about today with UW Health's Dr. Bill Hartman. Hi, Dr. Hartman. Welcome back to Live at 4.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate your time. Let's talk about this situation in the UK. Is that a heads up for us, and how concerned are you about it?
Well, we're still gathering information, but the evidence that's starting to creep out is suggesting that Omicron is probably a less lethal, less virulent strain of the virus. We hope that pans out. That being said, it's been a mistake all along to underestimate this virus and what it's capable of doing. And so we have to keep an eye on cases like this where people are passing away. We have to make sure that, we stay on top of it so that if Omicron starts to become the predominant form in Madison here, in Wisconsin, in the United States, we're able to combat it.
And when we were introducing you, the line that we had was more than a third remain unvaccinated. So this trial that you're involved with, is that a key point in helping push us forward? Yeah, tell us about the trial you're doing with young children in the Moderna vaccine.
Right. So the children, they make up a huge portion of the unvaccinated population here in the United States and around the world. So we have to figure out, number one, what's the right dose of the vaccine for these kids, and is the same dose that is for a 6-month-old or a 4-year-old the same as what a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old should have? And so those studies have shown that we can really come down on the dose quite a bit. And so we're trying this lower dose on the 6 months to 4-year-old children right now to see how effective it is and to really reinforce that these are safe vaccines, especially in this population.
That's fascinating. Realistically, how soon do you expect results from the study?
We're on our second injections right now with the kids in this study. So we follow them for probably another month or a month and a half before they can start gathering the evidence on both the safety and the efficacy to hand over to Moderna and then to the FDA for evaluation. So it'd probably be at least late January or early February before the Moderna vaccine would be up for evaluation. I think Pfizer's a little bit ahead of us, so you might be able to see Pfizer coming out into the population probably by the end of January.
Yeah, and I think you had an important question about hospitalizations to ask Dr. Hartman. Right. Well, it feels like we're acting like we're done with COVID, but COVID is not done with us. People are traveling and gathering, and cases are rising dramatically, and hospitalizations are as well. What is going on? Is this a winter surge, or is this the Delta variant? What's your read on where we are right now?
Well, it continues to play out that unvaccinated people are really the ones most at risk of being hospitalized and dying from COVID. And at least in our ICUs, that seems to pan out, where many of the individuals, most of the individuals, or predominance of the individuals are unvaccinated. And so that on top of colder weather, moving people inside, making the virus easier to spread means more people are going to be infected and get sick from COVID-19. And so we really have to do our best to get the other third of this population in Wisconsin vaccinated so that we can get past this and we can keep people out of our ICUs.
Yeah, I hope so.
Very
well,
important.
Dr. Hartman, thanks to you for all you do. We really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back.
It's the holiday gifting time at Vytance Golfland. Buy a $50 gift card and receive a $5 bonus gift certificate. Buy a $100 gift card and receive a $15 bonus gift certificate. Check out even better deals at Vytance.com. Golf suites, indoor miniature golf, grill and bar. Gift cards are good for them all at Vytance Golfland.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hard-working families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
Vytance Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The Vytance Golfland simulator suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
As a reminder, we have an alert day in the forecast for late Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night. Meteorologist Gary Canolti will have all the details of what you need to know and the timing coming up at 5.